Hey there traders, it's Sasha at Second Skies Trading and I hope you had a great trading week. We are back again here with another top trade review for you where we once a week review trades taken by our advanced course students. And this week, B3N is back again. We reviewed a trade from him a couple of months ago, and he is back with a fantastic multi-time frame trade here, where he attacked a short-term trend reversal at a key location. And I think he did a really good job here. So in this video, we will look at his trade details. We will break down the price action, do a multi-time frame analysis, look exactly what he saw in the charts leading up to his trade. And then we'll also look at potential improvements here. So if you would like to see how to perform a multi-time frame analysis of price action and to use the different time frames to find high probability trading locations, make sure to watch all the way until the end, as I think this will be a very helpful video to give you some inspiration and some tips on how you can do that. So starting out, let's have a look at his trade details here. So the instrument he traded was the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen. His entry was a 76,282, his stop loss at 76,528, and his take profit at 74,648. And his total return is 6.79. And to put that into perspective, that means if he risked $1,000 on this trade, he made $6,790. If he risked $100, he made $679. So a really great return for a holding time of 4 days. Now he classifies this trade as a false break setup. I wouldn't call it a false break per se, and I will show you exactly in the charts in a minute here why I think so. But overall, I still think it's a fantastic trade here. And here on this chart, you can also see where he got in and where he got out with the annotation here from his broker, where you can see his arrows for the entry and the exit. Now let's head over to TradingView to have a closer look at the price action context. And to analyze this trade here, I do have the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, the 1-hour chart, and the 15-minute chart, because he used the 15-minute chart to enter this trade. So starting with the higher time frame context first, on the daily chart, we can start by marking the area of support and resistance that clearly stands out on this chart here. So marking the highs over here to the left, you can see them here. You have multiple touches in this area and then price breaks above. And we can also mark the trend in here with the different trend legs, so you can clearly see that price was building against this resistance, then broke above here. And this is the area where B3N here said this is a false break, because price broke back below this area of previous resistance that then should act as support. The reason I personally do not consider it a false break is because price found support here, traded higher, but then failed and broke back. What's typical for false breaks is that you see a break through a support and resistance, and then just price slams back below or above the area of support and resistance without ever kind of retesting it. It just breaks through into one direction and then it breaks back again without any kind of reaction to the area of support and resistance. But in this case, we can clearly see that price reacted here, traded back above, and then traded lower. So for me, this is more an area of support and resistance that when broken got treated as support, but then there was no follow through by the bulls in this case, and price just closed back below. So I wouldn't really call it a false break, rather just the support and resistance area and price trading around this area. But what's noticeable thereafter is that once price broke back below here again, you can see that it comes back to this area of resistance again. And here you can already see the basis and foundation of the trade from B3N here, and he attacked it in a really clever way in my opinion. So we will have a closer look at this move back here into this area of support and resistance, and he used the 15-minute chart to attack this area of support and resistance. And if we look at this short-term trend behavior leading up to this higher time frame area of support and resistance, you can see that it was clearly short-term bullish leading into it with higher lows and higher highs forming, but then we stalled at this area and then we produced a slightly lower high and then a lower low followed by a lower high. And zooming in on this area specifically, this is where B3N said, okay, this looks like it's potentially reversing here short term at this higher time frame area of support and resistance. And once he saw this strong selling here emerge, he entered at market right after this candle close here, and price lingered around a little bit longer, but you can see this high here was never violated. Price stayed below this high here and then broke lower and moved all the way down to hit his take profit within 4 days. So overall, the entry really clever played here. He played a short-term trend reversal at this area of higher time frame support and resistance after price had broken back below it. So a really clever play here in my opinion, and looking at his stop loss, also really well chosen above the entire kind of reversal structure. So a very solid stop in my opinion here. The most aggressive stop on the other end would have been above this high here. So, but overall, considering he had a larger target, he wanted to leave some room for some volatility in this area. I think it was really, really well played here by B3N. And just going to the 4-hour chart, you can see his trade here a little bit more zoomed out. So here is the long-term area of support and resistance here. Once price broke back below here, it traded back towards this zone, and here you can clearly see this short-term reversal he was trading. Price was also a bit extended from its average here, which is the 20 exponential moving average here. So also playing a little bit in his favor because price likes to return to its average. So overall, I really like how he played it here, how he used the multi-time frame analysis to attack this trading location. Now, in terms of potential trade improvements, I think he really nailed the entry here. I think he had a really good stop loss. What I would like to have a closer look at is the take profit area. If we look here on the daily chart, you can see that he took profit here in the middle between the moves. So if we again mark the trend behavior here on this chart, you can see that once we broke back below here, the closest swing point here in this trend would be this low over here. So I think there was more profit potential here for him on his trade. So if we take a look at his trade notes here, he said he took profit after price printed a 3P on the 5-minute near the daily support zone. So he basically got out because he saw a potential reversal structure on the 5-minute chart, which made him close out this trade here. And if we go down to the 5-minute chart, we can see that he most likely had a deeper target because where he got out is not here, but over here to the right. So this is where he got out. And the reason is because he saw a short-term trend reversal happening on the 5-minute chart. So similar to how he entered a trade, this is how he exited a trade. So once he saw a potential reversal on the lower time frame against his trade, that is when he got out of this trade. So whilst I see the intelligence behind why he did this and I understand the reasoning behind it, I think he did create a disconnect between his trade management and the time frame and trend size he was trading, because the 5-minute is very much disconnected from the daily chart here in my opinion. So, and I can show you what I mean by that. So if I mark this potential reversal structure here on the lower time frame, and then I go up to the 4-hour chart, for example, you can see how tiny this kind of price action and reversal here is, and there's still room down here towards this area of support. So he saw a potential short-term reversal inside here, but then again, if you go on to the higher time frame, you cannot even see this reversal here. This is how small it is. This reversal is within this daily candle. So in my opinion, there's a disconnect between the time frame he's using to monitor his trade and the actual structure he is trading, because if you think about it, this is the structure he's trading, but he's exiting a trade within this daily candle. So again, just to clarify what I mean by that is this here is the trend structure he was attacking with his trade. And if we look at this trend structure, at the minimum, we should see a revisit of these lows over here. So instead of monitoring his trade on a very low time frame, he could have used the 50-minute chart or the 1-hour chart to monitor his trade here. And by that, most likely catch him more profit if he would have targeted the lows over here. So instead of settling for a 6.79 hour trade, he could have gotten out with 8.3, which is a roughly 1.5 hour improvement on this trade, because I think this is a very high probability target area based on this overall trend structure he was trading here. It's very easy to over optimize and overly manage trades, because if you go down in time frame, let's say you go to the 5-minute, you go to the 1-minute, there will be so many things that can scare you out of your trade because you see potential reversals, you see potential areas of support and resistance, etc. And that is completely fine if you trade a very small structure. But if you're trading a massive trend structure like this and an area of high time frame support and resistance, then I think you shouldn't go too low in time frame, because that can scare you out of a really good trade prematurely, which I think is what happened in this case here, because you can see that price eventually made it down to these lows here, and it's still very corrective, very weak. So it looks like we might see another push down into this area of support over here. But I really like the read he had on the higher time frame here, how he attacked this area of support and resistance once price broke back below it again, and how he used the lower time frame to get into the trade once he saw the trend reversing on the lower time frame at the higher time frame key location. So overall, a fantastic trade here by B3 and an A+ trade in my opinion. Really well done here, and congratulations to a fantastic trade. And this brings us to the end of this week's Top Trade Review video. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments below what you think of B3N's trade here and your thoughts on the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Do you agree with this view? Were you able to catch this trade as well? We're always interested to hear your thoughts. And if you would like to learn more about how to trade price action and how to spot trades the way B3N did here, head over to our website at secondskiesforex.com, where you can find a lot of free trading articles, trading tools, and you can get access to 2 free ebooks, 1 free ebook on price action trading and 1 free ebook on day trading. And you can get access to those free ebooks by signing up to our Intro to Trading School, which you do by heading over to our website, scroll down on the first page, and here you simply click on Find Out More. And inside of the Intro to Trading course, we do have 2 free ebooks along with multiple videos on how to trade price action and stock trading as well. And other than that, if you did like the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe to our channel to help us grow, so we can keep on doing free content like this for you every week. And with that being said, be well, take care, good luck trading, and see you next week for another Top Trade Review.